Okay, so now we're going to click the text box and we're going to draw it here, and we're going to type Gulf of Mexico, and we're going to change the symbol here. And we double click on it and we can change symbols. And for this, we're going to use ocean, and then we're going to look the color. So here we can add symbols and we can choose things from here. So in the symbol selector, we do colors here. Scroll down until we see the predefined label, and we can find the ocean and click it to select the color and spacing determined by that style. Next, click the font arrow and click Book Antiqua. Book Antiqua. Book Antiqua. Book Antiqua. If it is installed, of course here we installed or another font that you prefer, and we're going it's already italic, and we're going to hit OK to close the symbols selector, and we're going to hit OK again to apply. And now that is larger, the text may have to move around, so we're going to move around here so that when we zoom in to the southern Florida, we can see it better. We're going to make a cap down here. Move the mouse pointer over the text and the pointer becomes a four-headed arrow. So then four-headed arrow, that means you can move it and drag it, and then you release the mouse button and click an empty blue area to clear the text selection. So now we're going to do the same for Antarctic Ocean. For me, I'm just a little lazy. Usually I like to do is I just select it, and you can hit Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and you make a copy and you paste it, and you double click on it, and we will type Atlantic Ocean. Hit apply, hit OK. Now we have our label for Gulf of Mexico and Atlantic Ocean. We're going to move it a little closer that we can see it better later. On the drawer toolbar, we're going to click down the arrow to the text tool and see the other text tools available. Click the label tool. We're going to label things. And then we're going click the label tool, and we're going to find the option dialog box. So then we can click label at position, clicked the second one, and then we're going to choose a style, and then we can see the US route in the style library, and we're going to click the US route because we have one there. And move your mouse pointer over the US route line 1 feature, the red line running. So we're going to get this, not from here, and we're going to add it, and then you can see there is a plus mark, and then the rectangular means we can add it here, and then we just let it go, and we drag it a little, zoom in a little bit more. Now it's a little weird, and we will move it here. So we're going to delete it. We're going to do it one more time. And then I think we click something. Let's just delete it one more time. US route. And we can see a label there. Okay, now US route. We have to click on the US route. If not, it will just give us the city name. So with the label selected, it should be outlined bright blue. So we're going to right click and click property. And now US1, and we're going to change symbol. So for the symbol tab, we're going to change the symbol size into 6. And the font will be Black Airy Black. Start with a BL Black. If we don't have Airy Black, and good. And then this is bolded, and we can just hit OK. Now close any dialog box, and we can click the Select Element tool on this drawer toolbar. Hit Apply, hit OK, and select. And now we're going to see that we can click anywhere in the selection, and we can move it here, and I'm going to use the extension wheel again, and now we move it down a little bit here and move up. Yes. And now we can save our map document. So good job. We had something down, and we add the label Gulf of Mexico, and if we want to move a little bit more, we can do that and move it closer to our harbor, and this is too closer there. So it's really nice. Okay, let's continue. We're going to save this document, and we're going to the last one in chapter 9, exercise D, converting dynamic labels to annotation. So although you have a considerable control over dynamically placed labels, you can't specify exact positions or symbolize them individually. So to do this, you must convert the labels to annotation, which means essentially that you tell ArcMap to turn over full responsibility for label placement and appearance to you. Annotation can be selected, moved, and modified piece by piece, like the text boxes you created in the previous video. The difference is you can quickly create annotation for all features in a layer rather than one at a time. Typically, you convert labels to annotation when your map is nearly finished and you want to make final adjustment to the labels. That's why it's the last exercise in this chapter. Annotation can be saved within your map document and in an annotation group the same way as dynamic labels, or to an annotation feature class within a geodatabase. It then becomes much like any other spatial data set. It can be copied, edited, and added to any map document. For more information, consult the ArcGIS desktop help. On the Content tab, navigate to Desktop Mapping, adding text to a map, converting labels to annotation. So here in this video, we will convert the city's labels to annotation so you can make adjustments to the label position. Once you convert to annotation, the labels will keep the same size and location relative to surrounding features. And now we can see the map we did for the previous. In the table of contents, we're going to right-click the city's population over 100,000 plus layer, and we're going to convert labels to annotation, and this will open convert label to annotation dialog box. So now we're going to go to major cities and then convert labels to annotation. So if you have a large number of labels, it is best to use geodatabase annotation because it is faster and can handle greater number of annotation features more efficiently. Creating annotation often takes a lot of time, so saving to a geodatabase can be desirable, allowing the work to be reused and shared. Geodatabase annotation can be either stand-alone or feature linked. Standard alone annotation is used for text that is not associated with a map feature. In feature linked annotation, the labels are associated with another feature class. So if a feature is moved or deleted, the annotation is moved or deleted as well. So we're going to learn more about geodatabase in later videos. So we're going to click the option to store annotation in the map, click Convert. So now we're going to store annotation in a map and then all features, and we're going to make sure this is checked, and we're going to click Convert. And then this label are converted to annotation. In the process, their positions may have changed slightly. Next, you will move to the label for Hollywood and Pembroke Pines, so it is easy to see which feature goes with which label. You will also move the label for the other cities just a bit, so the text doesn't touch the corresponding point symbols. Zoom to the canals bookmark. Go to bookmark and then go to canals. And then we're going to pan a little bit and then notice how large the annotation labels are in the map display compared with the dynamic labels for lakes and rivers. Unlike dynamic labels, annotation labels are static, meaning they act like a feature just as a lake grows in appearance as you zoom in or on a map. So that's the annotation. So the tip is, we are going, if you want your dynamic labels to act like static annotation when zooming in, go to the full extent of the map and set a reference scale for the data frame. Right click the data frame in the table of content and then click reference scale, set reference scale. But now we're going to use the toolbars. Click the select element tool and click the Hollywood label to select it. And then we can move around things, and this one we can move it here too. So now we don't now drag the Hollywood label slightly to the north, right here, and we can move this a little bit to the north so that they have places, and this move down here, and then it will not create any confusion. And then we're going to use the identify tool, and we'll click the whole boundary, and this point is Pembroke mark, and then it will be this, and the Hollywood is supposed to be this one. Hollywood is this one. And now we will drag it a little bit more. So this is Hollywood. And in this case, it will be better down here. And Hollywood is there. And this is right here. So now we know we can drag this a little bit further. So Coral Springs and Fort Lauderdale will be here, and Hollywood is here, and Pembroke Pines will be up down here, and